Hi and welcome. In this video, I'm going to be talking about tips on how to do Pantheon with an LFG group. Obviously, LFG, looking for group. You don't know who you're joining. There's no specific team. So it's just you going in guns a-blazing. This is going to be for beginners, for people who don't really know how to go about it. So here it is. Okay, so for the first tip is know the encounter. That's the most basic tip anyone will ever give you. Know the encounter. Do not go into LFG blindly. There are so many videos on the internet on how to do every single activity, especially with Pantheon being the new hot thing right now. There's so many videos explaining how to do specifically those activities. And each video, give or take, is about 20 minutes because they explain to you in great detail how to do every single job in every single activity. So trust me, going in there, even if you're just going to do damage, even if you're just going to do ad clear, knowing your job as where to kill the enemies, where to shoot them, the best weapons to use, trust me, it does a world of a difference. Know the encounter of every single one, because I don't mind explaining it whenever I do LFGs. I never mind. To me, I love teaching people how to do the activities, but I know for a fact that there's so many people out there that don't care or don't want to explain. I literally know that because when I first started raiding in Destiny 2 with LFG groups, it was the biggest hassle ever, and I literally lied to every single one saying, I know this encounter, I've done it before, knowing very well I've only seen Dado's video. So yes, make sure you at least know the video, and make sure that you do your job as it's stated. Obviously, it's best to not lie. You don't have to lie every single time and be like, oh, I know what I'm doing, don't worry. Like, you could say, I've only done it a few times, so I'm not 100% sure. Or you can say, I was doing ad clear, no one taught me how to do this, you know? But know the encounter, know what the fuck is going on, and make sure you do your job as stated. The second tip is also a basic one, is just be decent. And what I mean by be decent is don't die, literally. Like, it's okay if your damage is not the best. It's okay if your ad clearing could do some work. It's okay if you take a little bit of time to kill the Centurion that spawns in during planets or this or that, but just be decent, you know what I mean? If you're dying at every single encounter, every single try, then what the fuck? Like, it's crazy. Like, I understand that, yes, these enemies hit hard, and yes, honestly, sometimes when you're downstairs and you're fighting Atrax, it's fucking hard. In the gameplay you're seeing, I keep dying. This is me being shitty fucking player. That's literally what's happening here. But yet, I'm trying to work around it by having healing grenades, by taking cover, by doing everything I can. And yeah, I'm gonna die maybe once or twice, but I'm not gonna die every single time. So, in being decent as well, have decent damage. For example, S Transit right now, that's the thing that's rocking right now. That's the biggest thing that's like killing, destroying everything. You don't need an amazing roll. Right now, you're seeing me use Parasite for this one encounter. For this encounter, Parasite is the way to go. It's like the easiest, best strat to do it in. But in other encounters, you can just rock Edge Transit the entire time. And it's not very hard to get because it's literally from the free activity of Onslaught. Like, trust me, you can just use Edge Transit and you'll be completely fine. Like, for example, I was using Cataphract, and it wasn't an amazing Cataphract. In fact, it was this Cataphract right here. As you can see, it's not amazing. It's very decent, but I just don't like it. I know Edge Transit will work better, but I don't have an amazing Edge Transit, so I prefer this. So, use whatever you want. Just make sure A, you know how to use it, and B, it does decent damage. Except Atrax. Atrax use Parasite. That's just the best way to do it. Have fucking Parasite. Parasite is the best way to use to kill Atrax in the last encounter. Just have Parasite for that one encounter. The third tip I can give you that I hate giving is accommodate to that specific team. And the reason why I hate this tip is because sometimes teams have the worst fucking callouts, the worst strategies, the worst this and that. And sometimes you have to deal with it because sometimes they're just not very easy to handle whenever you go against them. And honestly, when this happens, it's probably best to leave just because it's just, you know, if they're being stubborn and they're not listening and it's just not working, if you want to leave, go right ahead. But what I will say is if they're doing planets and their strategies are 1, 2, 3, top and bottom, instead of 1 through 6, then do that. Don't say, hey, let's do 1 through 6, because that is the only way I know how to do it. Like, come on. Like, it's not very hard to just switch it from 1 to 6 from 1 to 3. You know, it's stuff like that where like you just have to accommodate very slightly. Or also for Gogoroth, if you're gonna get the gaze and the other gaze getter is saying, hey, let's switch sides midway through. Like, oh shit, I've never done that, but I'm down, you know. Hey, maybe it'll work, you know. Accommodate to that team, because sometimes their strats could work better than your strats, but as well, if their strats are just not working, they're being stubborn, and whatever you do is just not working out for any of you, you can leave. I will say that much, but you know, be ready to accommodate the strategy you know for their strategy. Just make sure they explain it and make sure you actually understand what's going on. Another tip is don't be an asshole. Just simple as that. Do not be an asshole. If you see somebody who's rocking like a heavy that's not the best heavy, it's not an edge transit with explosive light, cascade point, or whatever the fucking god roll is, because I completely forgot off the top of my head. Don't be an asshole to them, honestly. If they have a decently rolled heavy or a decently rolled special or like a setup that's pretty good, let them fucking rock with it, honestly. Now, if they're rocking bubble and you're doing A-tracks, I understand maybe, hey man, can you switch your subclass? Because I don't think bubble's going to work really well. But don't be an asshole and be like, hey, why the fuck are you using that weapon? Why the fuck are you using that thing? You know, don't be an asshole like that. As well, if you're playing with people who don't know perfectly what they're doing, if you don't have the time, then state that and be like, hey guys, I'm sorry, I don't have the time to really teach you. I'm going to look for another group. Don't be like, man, y'all fucking suck. Fuck all of you. Like, no, don't be a fucking asshole. Literally. Like, you don't know what you're getting yourself into whenever you join LFG group. Sometimes they're noobs. Sometimes they know exactly what they're doing. Sometimes they're complete garbage. You really have no idea. So trust me, not being an asshole makes a world of a difference to new players, because it just shows like bad light to Destiny community, and I just hate that, because sometimes there are assholes out there. Sometimes they just clown you for not having the best loadout, and it's like, bruh, literally, it's not that fucking deep. So yeah, don't be an asshole. Literally, don't be an asshole. And if you don't have time, or you don't like the team, or this and that, then, you know, simply leave, or say, hey guys, I don't have time, or hey guys, just bye, you know, stuff like that. Simple things. And these are all tips that you should already know, you know, like these are all very basic things. Know the encounter, be a decent player in terms of not dying and having the right weapons, accommodate for your team, or accommodate for that team, whichever way it works, and don't be an asshole. If you do all these things, the activity will be so much easier, honestly, especially for LFG, because trust me, LFGing this activity is not very easy. It is not, especially because you need 6 people for very different raids. It is, you know, it could be better. It could be way better. But trust me, you will be able to get it done. I believe in you. I would love to do help, but I'm just one dude and I can't carry 5 people. So as much as I'd love to help all of you, this is my best help I can give you. Good luck, and I wish you the best, and please get it done. Trust me, it's so fucking worth it. Spoilers, in this run, we did finish all the encounters. It's just the video's over. Bye.